Hello, Wasatch fourth graders. Today, I am teaching you about this focus artist. Okay. His name is Claude Monet. Now, I don't need you to memorize his first name, okay, but I do need you to memorize his last name, M-O-N-E-T, but you don't pronounce the T. That's silent, so we just say Monet. Okay? And when he was alive, he's French. In France, there was another artist who's actually his friend, whose last name is Manet. Okay? M-A-N-E-T. So Monet and Manet. Okay? But this one is Monet. Okay? And the group of the artists who are working together at that time, they're called Impressionist artists. The style is Impressionism. So, and this is the picture of him when he was younger, okay, born in 1840, died in 1926. Okay. And I have actually a picture of him when he was much older. Okay, in this picture, he's on his 80s. Okay. So when he passed away, he was 86 years old. Okay. Now, when Claude Monet was a young boy, when he was going to elementary school and junior high, around that age, his favorite subject was art. And he was really good at drawing ever since he was young. And he often got in trouble drawing teachers' faces instead of studying in the classroom. So he really loved to draw. Okay. And now, when he grew up and when he started painting as a professional artist, there were two inventions that recently happened that helped him and other Impressionism artists to go outside and paint. One is tubes of paint. Okay? Now, before the tubes of paints were invented, the artists had to use the jars for each color. They had powder colors and they had oil. They had to mix it, and then cans are really heavy and awkward, and it was just impossible to try to get out of the studio to paint. Okay. Another thing that was invented was it's a stuff that's called easel. Have you seen it? It's the stand that you put the canvas on, and it's portable. So with the canvas on the easel and the tubes of paint, the artist now can easily go outside and paint the landscape, okay, while they're standing in the nature. So that created a huge change in the art history. Okay. And I want you to look at this painting by Claude Monet. I have this big, huge book, okay? And this painting right here, this one right here, this is titled The Impressions. Now, the name Impressionism came from this Monet's artwork, Impression. Okay? So, if you are Impressionist artist, you don't much care about details, but you care about the first impression of things. Now, how do you use the word impression in your daily life? Like, if Mrs. Lee gave you the very good impression either on the video or on the school hallway when you first see me, I'm probably just wearing clean clothes, my hair is clean looking, I'm probably smiling and greeting you nicely, and then I can give you a good impression. But if I've been wearing the same old t-shirt for the whole week, and my hair's messed up, and I look grouchy, and I'm yelling at you, okay, then Mrs. Lee will give you a really bad impression. Okay? That's how you use it, right? So impression is the first feeling that you get by looking, when you look at things. Okay? So let's take a look at this painting. Okay, this is titled The Artist's Garden. Now I want you to pay attention and notice that there are 3 people painted in here. Okay, look at this person right here. Can you see the face? There's 2 dots and a short line for the face. Can you see it better now? Okay, see that girl? Okay, how about this boy and the lady behind the boy? There's nothing painted on there. They have a head, but they don't have face painted. But that's okay, because this is an Impressionism painting. You don't worry about those tiny little things. Forget it. Okay, Impressionism artists are more concerned about lights and colors and the winds and the temperature and the whole feeling that you get when you stand in that place. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to show you a lot of his artwork. You're not doing any project today, but I want you to, this is mostly art history lesson. I want you to appreciate the Impressionism pieces with me. Okay. This one is called Corn Poppy. Okay. You know the poppy flowers? Okay, those orange flowers are the poppy flowers. Okay. And oh, by the way, this lady standing in the field is his wife and his child right by her. This one is a similar one, and it's called The Meadow with Poplars. Okay. Right. Now this one, this building actually exists in France. It's a parliament, House of Parliament. Okay. You can see that ground is, this right here is not a ground, it's the water surface. See the reflection and how pretty that is? And this one is a big church, the cathedral in France. Okay, now, did you start to kind of have a feel of how the Impressionism artwork looks like? All right. Now, sometimes Monet painted the same subject over and over. He made series of the painting with the same subject. And let's see, this is one of them. This is a train station painting. Okay, this was a brand new thing back in those days, the end of 1800s. Okay. And it's really exciting. Those are steam engines, and the people were just excited about new inventions, a new way of traveling and stuff. Okay. And Monet painted a lot of train station paintings. Let me show you more of those. Okay, right here. Okay, so that's the same painting on the right side. Here. Okay, and then there's 2 more. Here's this one, and then here's this one. Okay, see all the steam. They're not smoke, they're steam engines, so that's steam. Okay, and he painted, let's see, he painted 12 paintings of the station. Another thing that he liked to paint is a haystack right here. Okay, and he painted 15 of them. Let me show you some of them. He painted different times of the year, in spring, in fall, in winter even, and the morning, midday, in the evening, and let's see. Here's a few more of that. And let's see if I can show you. Here's this huge open page. Oh my goodness. Here's some more. Haystack everywhere. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. And here. Okay, and he painted a lot of poplar trees too. And let's see. And let me see some of the poplars that I have. I did show you the meadow with a poplar, right? Okay. So here's another one, another example of poplar tree painting right here. Okay. All right. Now, when he became older, okay, he didn't like to go outside much because, you know, when you get old, your back starts to ache and your legs are kind of, you know, wobbly. And he decided, oh, I'm too old to travel everywhere to go out and paint. I'm just going to stay home. So what he did was he built a nice house and big, huge garden, the Japanese style garden actually. He loved everything about Japan. By the way, I'm Japanese. Well, anyway, so he built the pond, the Japanese style, a bridge over it, and then willows and a lot of water lilies and koi fish and Japanese style garden. That way he doesn't have to travel everywhere. He just go out into his own garden and then paint the series of, this is a garden series, especially the water lily. So here, this is the Japanese garden that I was talking about. Okay. And this is very famous. You've probably seen this, probably worked with Mrs. Michi, okay, on this water lily piece. Okay, and let me see if I can find more of those water lily garden series. Okay, here is more paintings. Right there, Monet's famous gardens. Okay, so, and then he died at the age of, let me double check, 86 in 1926. Okay. And so that is Claude Monet. And like, again, I said it already, but you don't have any project this week. I just want you to learn about the art history. And next week, I'm going to teach you about another, this time it's a British artist. He's a sculptor, okay, from England. And so this is it this week. I'll see you next week. Okay, goodbye.